What's up, guys? What's happening? Matter of fact, let me point this a little bit more towards me. Maybe, kind of. I'm so white. I'm so white. We'll tilt it a little bit past me here. Let's point out too much light. Too much light. We'll wait till we get a few people in here. I know I just did a couple live streams testing things, so I apologize if that bothered anybody that I was testing testing an app here. I enjoy that FPV app. It really helps with learning, especially if most of you have an Android phone. And that app is like $7.99 for the FPV Free Rider, which, like I said, they have a PC version of that app too. So, Martin, what's up? Rich T, howdy. Cool nookie, man. Thank you. So, we were just discussing, I was trying to do a live stream. I was trying to do a live stream with my screen recorder, which is in beta right now. It's actually not a screen recorder, it's a screen streamer. That sounds really weird, but Mobizen offers screen streaming now, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to try to show you guys what I've been practicing with my FPV app that I purchased from the Android market, which is FreeRider. Like I said, they have a PC version and they have an Android version. But as long as you have one of these awesome little Bluetooth controllers, you can put your phone in there, use it as the screen, and then you can calibrate the two sticks to actually work with the app, which is really freaking cool, because then for those of you wanting to practice Acro mode without crashing a lot, you don't need to have a big expensive computer, and the physics on the game actually work very, very well for just being an Android app. So somebody actually took a lot of time to understand how the FPV quad physics work for racing and managed to knock something together. But I would suggest that you buy an Android controller. This is the iPega Classic game controller. Bluetooth. It goes for about 20 bucks on eBay. So if you guys were thinking about getting into race drones, for $30 altogether, you could purchase a Android controller, and you could purchase that FreeRider program for, you know, whatever, your tablet or your cell phone. I use my cell phone because, like I said, it just slides in there real perfect. You have an FPV screen, and you can learn how to fly Acro without crashing a bird that you've built yourself. So that's something I've been working on personally, and I figured maybe other people were trying to get into it. So I will go ahead and put a link at the end of this video in the description to show everyone where they can download the FreeRider from, and I will also supply a link for the Android controller that I have. It's very easy to set up. There's nothing complicated about how all this works, but it's very cool that you can do this now. So, Chris M, what's going on, man? Richard, what's up? What's up? We're just talking about the Android app that you can download for learning how to FPV race. It also has 3D flying now, so you can fly quads and understand the physics of 3D flying capabilities, which is really, really cool. So we were talking about how you can purchase a Bluetooth controller for, you know, on eBay for 20 bucks. And I believe they also have it for iPhone, absolutely. I think it's called FreeRider, I believe is the name of it. It's like $7.99 for the app, but they have a PC version and they have an Android version, and the physics of it are just on dot, man. On dot. But, like I said, if you're using a cell phone and you don't purchase one of these Bluetooth controllers to use it with, then you have to use the on-screen, you know, controls, and it just sucks having to use, you know, I'm somebody who prefers dedicated buttons, so gotta have dedicated sticks, man. You gotta have those dedicated buttons. Touchscreen gaming is just no good. It just sucks. So but this is how I've been learning how to fly Acro. I'm not doing too bad. I'm still, you know, the Bugs 3 is stabilized and I can fly at FPV stabilized, but, you know, I want to at some point bump into Acro and 3D, so this is great for learning, but this is even better for learning. This is nice because you get hands-on experience by actually flying the Bugs in FPV. You know, this has, I put that EF-01 25 milliwatt camera under the hood cal here, and I've been flying that with the VRD2 goggles behind me on the wall there. But that's great for getting started, understanding, getting used to goggles, but it's never going to progressively move you forward into Acro mode. You get too accustomed to having that self-stabilization with the gyro, and you'll never actually learn how to control the quad manually by yourself, which is where having a Bluetooth controller for 20 bucks on eBay and purchasing a $7.99 app from the Android market will really help you out with your learning curve. So that was something I wanted to address. Also, I did let me get this to stay up there. I did order a more beast mode camera for this. Let me pull the cowl off. This is only 25 milliwatts, and I'm noticing that I'm having a lot of fall off with this. It just, even though I did adjust the signal, so we installed the EF01 VTX standalone FPV camera inside the front of here, and we mounted it. I don't know if you guys can see that. There, maybe that'll help a little bit. So I did put the camera in here, and we aimed it up at an angle so that it wasn't pitched into the ground. But this camera just is okay. It's not the best. It really needs a better camera. So what I did is I ordered one that's a 3-in-1. It allows you to do 25 milliwatts. How much is it for the PC? The PC version is a lot more expensive. However, if you talk to the RC Hunter, he has both versions. He may be able to just give you a Keegan, and you can install it through him. And for cheap, he could probably just send you the files if you wanted it to install for your PC. Just remember, if you get the PC version, you do have to buy a transmitter, USB transmitter to plug in, and go that route. Like I said, with Android, it's so much easier because it's just Bluetooth. You buy one of these and just calibrate your sticks for what the game setup needs it to be, and then it's just really simple. So it's $7.99 for Android, and it's the game is dumb expensive for PC. But like I said, get with the RC Hunter on his channel. Tell him I sent you over there, and if he's willing, he may be able to send you the files for download, and you guys can go that route. So. Awesome info. I was doing FPV with the bugs today and crashed it, but it's okay. I did better next time. MT Souls, what's up, man? So, but as I was saying, I ordered a 200 milliwatt camera for this, but the cool thing is that it comes in 25 milliwatt, and then you can adjust it up to 100 milliwatt, and then if you're still not happy with how much signal you got, you can actually bump it up to 200 milliwatt. So it's a 3-in-1 camera. It's 800 TVL, 3-in-1 camera, and this is only a 600 TVL. Well, this might be an 800. This is an 800 TVL, but it's only 25 milliwatts. So this, I'm having a lot of problems on the Bugs 3 with getting a good signal. I'm only getting maybe a soccer field's range out of this before it starts to really fall off. And don't get me wrong, this is drawing off of the power of the flight controller, because I have it plugged in where the LED plug was. So I tore the LED out of the front of it. Didn't want that. Didn't need it. Not necessary. And then I direct wired the FPV camera into the connection where the LED was, and then I went ahead and just plugged the LED connection back into its port. So I noticed when I do flips, it draws a lot more power to do that, and then I end up losing signal for like half a second or a second, and that's kind of an annoyance, especially when I'm using the goggles to record in DVR mode. You see all that stuff on the camera. Now, I need to actually get a run cam for the bottom of this so I can take better footage. I'm looking at the 808 keychain camera, which most of you guys know. A lot of people buy that as a nice little run cam. It does take 1080 footage. Heck, even 720. Anything's better than the signal that's coming from this to the DVR, because it just isn't as good. My next purchase, bro, which do you suggest? 3DR Solo or Mavic Pro? Well, you're talking to a Solo fan here. And there's, once again, I tell everybody you're comparing apples and pineapples. Both of them are different platform birds. They're both designed to do different things. In my mind, the Mavic Pro is not quite professional. Whoops. The Mavic Pro is not quite professional, whereas the Solo does have its professional aspects. It allows you to actually shoot in 4K, just like, the Mavic. But you also get to use cool programs that have like 540 different flight parameters, like the Tower app with the Solo. It's also open source, so you can always add more firmware. There's like absolutely zero flight restrictions on the Solo, so you're not held down by anything. Now, Rich T does have the Mavic Pro. Rich T is about to have to do an update if he hasn't already, which is going to really make him pissed off, because for all of us DJI users now, when you installed the new firmware they offered, it came with a gazillion flight restrictions along with it. So most of you are going to be feeling the effects unless you download the Litchi app. So if you're going to be flying the Mavic with the Litchi, then I would say yes, go for it. The Mavic is a good idea. But if you're going to be trying to compare the Solo, which has zero flight restrictions at all, to something that's going to have a gazillion flight restrictions, it's not a question in my book. I would go for the Solo. Which one has more flight time? The Mavic. Which camera is going to be better? I would say the Solo camera is going to be better. Which gimbal's better? The Mavic. It has its pros and cons. But as far as professional shooting goes, I would take the Solo. The Mavic is good, but I would take the Solo because it offers much more. Smart shots, panos, cable cam, reverse functionality. It offers you all those things, whereas the Mavic doesn't. You know, the Mavic is a basic beginner's package for someone trying to get into aerial photography, whereas the Solo was designed for a professional aspect. Two different birds. Apples and pineapples, man. Can't really compare them. They're just different platforms. So that's my input. I would take the Solo any day. Any day. That's just me. So, Ultimate Droner, good friend who owns the DJI Mavic Pro and DJI Advanced, prefers the camera on the Advanced or the Professional. Was that towards? Oh, you're asking. Okay, Solex 3D, crazy nice. Solex, yes, and no. That's the other thing, is that the Solex app is so much more advanced than the original standard base model Solo app that comes with it. It is. It's really basic. When you compare the differences, because when Solex was released, they took all the smart shots that were already there and they made them 10 times better. They added to the smart shots the ability to do double cable cam, not just do cable cam, but do reverse cable cam, so it'll come backwards through the strides and reshoot everything. Or let's say you want to take the exact same shot again, you can hit reset and it goes right back to start point at the exact location it took off, and allows you to only focus on the camera when you're doing cable cam. You don't have to focus on anything else. So, like I said, the Solo has all these redeeming aspects of being a professional bird. The Mavic has a few, but I see it more as a beginner's flyer package is what it is. It's a really nice bird. It has extremely good range, but it just doesn't fall under that category of being able to be used as professional to me. So, there you go. Oh, I still got 2 of his cigars. I took them out again to show you on the live stream. I have Nobles. I still have the Jamaican. We took the leaf out of there. These are still feeling very good. So that does work. That's a great trick to put the lettuce in there with your cigars. For those of you who didn't know, I still have my 2 favorites. That's the Fat Boy Jamaican that he wanted me to do. So I still have to review these 2. I can't forget to do that. But other than that, man, all I'm gearing up for is dronelation. This is something we've been setting up for a couple months now. We've been getting figured out. We have established rules. We have established classes now, classifications on what flies against what. So pretty cool. And I'm hoping to get more people involved. I don't want it to just be me, Ron, Philip, and Brian. You know, I want to make this an event where it becomes big. Other people want to come and join in our dronelation stuff and take their toy quads and pummel them, or take, I mean, it's endless what they could really do. What's your favorite cigar so far? Actually, I liked, he sent me a Cuban one that was really good, the Monte Cristo. That was very tasty. It was very potent, though. He said it was mild. For someone who smokes cigars like he does on a daily, that probably was a mild cigar. To me, it was very potent, but I did finish it. It was a 45-minute burn, so I sat there and had some good coffee up at my local shop. Unfortunately, I had footage of reviewing it, and then we on accident deleted it, so I don't have that anymore, so we'll definitely have to go back and do one of these as a victory cigar. So, thanks for the info, Chris M. But, yeah. So, the other thing is, guys, I don't know. Stay fly, buddy. I have to jet. Ah, that's a good one. I like that, Martin. I don't know what's going on with my algorithm. Some of you guys are getting my notifications and some of you aren't. I don't know if it's on YouTube's end or it's on my end, something I've done to cause my notifications to not pop up like they used to. But like I said, right now I've got 11 viewers. I'm used to having like almost 30. And I know it's not because my content sucks or I've been putting out crappy videos. It's just whatever the heck is going on with YouTube's notification system. It's all bugged up. So for those of you that are watching this right now, congratulations on getting the notification, because 3/4 of the other people did not for whatever freaking reason. That is on YouTube's end. So that's really annoying. Hey, Big Drone Flyer. What's up, Donnie? Donnie in the house. Hey, friend. Hey, what do you think about Side Pilot? I haven't tried it yet. Everybody's been telling me about the Side Pilot app. I haven't actually played with it yet. I've heard good things, I've heard bad things. So, and a lot of that I think comes back to people's devices that they're using. A lot of people are saying my device doesn't work with the Side Pilot app. So, it's something I'll probably look into at some point here. I'm gearing up to start doing some more mods to the Solo. I haven't figured out quite what I want to do to it yet, but we're definitely going to do some more mods to that. As far as the DJI goes, I have no plans to put any range booster kits on it. That Magic Powers upgrade that I did to it is fantastic. There is no reason to put a range booster kit on it. I do want to do an over-the-water drop-away low interference. I want to take that thing out and just go completely backwards, reverse drop-away, and see how far we can push that new mod that we did. Because when I went up the river, I stopped at the end of the bend and then I cut left, and it still had signal going out that way, almost 4,000 feet with directional antennas. So I have to assume that that dB output that I put on the Phantom 3 was just impressive. And that's only 24. A lot of people saying they're bumping theirs up to 27 dB output, which is just craziness. I would expect you'd get like 1.5 miles, almost 2 miles without having to even put a range booster kit on it. So whoever came up with the Magic Powers, man, you are awesome. Awesome. So, let's see. Richard, what up, my brother? You guys saying hey to each other, huh? I'm not going to be flying the... I'm going to have to lay out the quads that we're going to be using. So, all the quads that are going to be in the battle are the H31, the Vera Huck. We are going to be matching the Vera Huck versus the H31. This is going to be all skill level. These both run the same size batteries, they're just two different size birds. So that's going to be very interesting to see which one has more get up and go, which one's going to be taken out. Now, don't get mad at me, Sean, but this is also going in the Drone Wars. We're going to be, Philip is going to be piloting the new knockoff Mavic, there, the Vizio, and Ron is going to be flying his Hubsan. So it's going to be the Hubsan 502E GPS versus the Vizio. That'll be a very interesting battle. Those are the 4 quads that will be put in the ringer this time around to see exactly what happens. Let's see, just got my little girl, the Vera Huck. Yes, it's a fun bird, man, and honestly, it's very well built, it's very fast, and it can fly inverted, which means I can tip it upside down and drop this sucker right on somebody else's propellers and let it ding things up. I have a feeling this is going to be quite a fight to put down. So, I don't expect too many of these birds will actually get hurt. Now, when the bigger birds start going at it, like the 502E and the Vizio, they might actually start to pummel each other and break things, but I don't see the H31 and the Vera Huck actually damaging each other too much. I think this fight is really going to be the dog fight of who can knock each other out of the air 3 times. If you get knocked out of the air 3 times, you're done. That's it. The other one wins, it moves on to the next round. So you may actually see the Vera Huck versus the 502E or the Vizio, or vice versa. You may see, you know what I'm saying? So I have established some pretty good rules here, I think, but I don't know, because the H31 is angry with its yaw rate, and the Vera Huck is just not. Vera Huck. Such a weird name to say. Oh, man. But it should be a good little battle. It'll be interesting to see how well we can actually connect these things in the air. We're going to do a couple aerial shots. I see the overall winner being the H31. Really? You think the H31 versus the Vizio? So if the H31 wins, it's going to probably have to go against the Vizio. I can't see the Hubsan actually taking out the Vizio. The Vizio is a little bigger than the Hubsan, even though the Hubsan weighs more. I don't think the motors on this are as strong as that. So, but the other side of that is if Ron flies this right, he can fold in the legs on the Vizio, and the Vizio's going down. So, something to consider. It's going to be interesting. They're all different quads. They all do different things. Some of them are for acrobatics, some are for aerial photography, and other ones are just for fun and play. So it's going to be kind of fun to do a little mashup of all these different quads to see which one is most beast mode. I'm not going to lie, this is a very well-built machine. Even though it's super, super light, you can hold it with 2 fingers like it's nothing. This is insanely well-built and can really take some punishment. And I agree the Vizio does look tough. However, if it gets hit by the Hubsan going 10 miles an hour, it could easily fold one of those legs in and drop it out of the air like a stone. So, something to think about. All right, Chris M. The H31 is totally indestructible. That's what I hear. It's pretty rugged, so it may be the last quad standing. We'll have to see. It's down to pilot skills, and that's what I was saying. I think a lot of this is going to come down to pilot skills. Now, because Ron is the only one that doesn't know how to fly manual, right? He has to fly the Hubsan. He only knows how to fly GPS quads. And I'm trying to work with him on learning how to fly these little manual buggers, but he's has such a hard time with orientation. He's getting better, but he can't really like understand throttle control. He likes it to just sit there by itself and do things, and he just likes to be able to control it a little bit. So for Ron, this is the only way he's going to be able to be in the dogfights is if he has a GPS quad. So that's unfortunate that we only have the Hubsan for this one to do that with. Any word about the Inspire 1? So like I was telling everybody else, guys, the seller for the Inspire 1 has not bailed. Okay? He has not bailed on the purchase. He's still there. He's still communicating with me. Everything I ask, he's answering. Okay? And basically, I mean, I have to wait a month anyways. It's being shipped from China. So whatever it is has hit the post office. It's gone through acceptance. It's waiting on transit, which tells me they're going to load it on a ship. So I'm still going to have to wait almost that full entire month before whatever he sent me gets here, because they're not air flying it here. It's going to, I guess it's being loaded on some kind of ship somewhere from Guangzhou, China, and then it's making its way here. So that's as much as I have right now. We shall see. Like I said, we're looking at probably about a month of wait time. So yeah, definitely going to take a while to get to. Yeah, I mean, it takes about 2 weeks to get overseas, and then when it hits, it'll either land in Detroit, most likely, or Chicago, one of their big shipping depots, and then they remove it off of there, which takes 3 days to unload the ship. Once it's unloaded, then they ship it out to a sorting center. From there, then it travels across the strait for another 3 days, hits Florida, it takes another 2 days to get to my house from that point. So you're looking at about a month. Whatever it is, it'll be about a month. Is that the poster you ordered? I guess so. Plus, it's a big box, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any of that. There was no extra shipping information given. It just says he sent something, so maybe it is a poster. Hey, it's worth it if it's only $14.99. That's about what I'd pay for a decent poster. I'd put the Inspire 1 on my wall. Not the biggest fan of DJI, but you go to Spencer's, you're looking to spend $10 to $15 on a decent poster anyway, so I wouldn't feel completely ripped off. You know, just saying. So, anyways, that was pretty much all I wanted to talk about. For those of you wanting to practice the FPV, download the Freerider app from the Android market and get yourself one of those awesome little Bluetooth controllers, the iPega Classic game controller. Everyone needs one of these. iPega. Get yourself one because it's great not just for gaming, but for practicing FPV on so many different levels. Mine shipped on July 4th. Wow. I would get my money back and keep the poster. I mean, if it's obviously, I would keep the poster anyways and still get my money back, because I'd be like, yo, eBay, this doesn't fit the description. What's going on here? You know, and they give me my money back. So either way, I get the money back and a free poster. Whatever. You know, tis what it is. That's it, guys. I'm tired, man. See this? Yeah, I just made all 10 of you yawn just now. It's contagious, I'm telling you. Hey, Dan, I gave you a shout out in my last video. Yes, RC Fun, you did email me today and say you were going to do that. I will definitely go check that out. Not a DJI fan, a Litchi fan. No, and I agree. I prefer Litchi over the DJI Go app. I have not used DJI Go since they tried to push the update on me. I've only been using Litchi, and it hasn't forced me to do anything, so I'm good with that. So, anyways, guys, I'm out of here, man. Thanks for watching the live stream. Thanks for sticking around. And if any of you want to send anything to me to put in the Drone Wars, feel free. I forgot to mention that earlier. If any of you guys want to send anything to be put in the battles, I will give you my address. Just get me. I'll put my email in the description below. You guys can feel free to send anything in you think you want to battle. If it's a competitor for anything else, or you want to see it matched up against something else that we have, we'll see what we can do to make that happen. So, all right, guys. So I'll put my email below. If anybody wants to get in touch with me, feel free. And we'll exchange the address, and you guys can send me whatever you want to beat the living crap out of. It could be fun, you know. All right, guys. Toodaloo.